Hey guys, this is Donald with thejapanguy.com, and it's time for another review. Today, let's take a closer look at a very popular language learning app. Today, let's take a closer look at Duolingo Japanese. Duolingo's been on my radar for a minute, but I'm just getting around to reviewing it for some reason. But I know several friends have been using Duolingo to kind of kickstart their Japanese study, so I just figured, why not dive into this one? Before we kick off today's video, please don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and click the notification bell so you can find out when fresh new Japan Guy content comes out. Let's get to the video. By the end of today's review, you're going to know everything about Duolingo. The pros, the cons, the features, the price. How effective is it? And most importantly, hopefully, you'll be able to get a better sense of whether or not Duolingo is the right Japanese learning app for you. So what is Duolingo? Duolingo is a very popular app-based language learning system, and it hits on some of those core foundations like vocabulary listening, grammar, sentence structure, etc., to get you speaking a potential slew of different languages. English, French, German, Spanish, Hebrew, Klingon, and no, I'm not even joking. So it's a lot of different languages to choose from. But with me being the Japan guy and all, let's dive into the Japanese version of Duolingo. After having the chance to finally use Duolingo, here's what I like about it. My first pro is gamification. Who doesn't like a good video game? I like Duolingo Japanese because it sprinkles some game dust on a subject that can be really challenging. And yes, Japanese definitely can be that. And it makes you want to hit your goals in a fun way. And for that beginner who may be a little bit intimidated, that's fantastic because it lowers that barrier and it allows you to jump in easily and start learning the language. Number 2. Clear narration. This may seem like a minor thing and people sometimes take it for granted, but nothing sucks worse than trying to decipher Japanese that you can't understand. And not even because you don't know the words. It's because the narrator literally sounds like they're chewing on the microphone when they're talking. Pro number 3. Practical topics. Whether it's greetings, ohayou gozaimasu, telling time, ima nanji, 12時半です, talking about family, 兄弟3人がいます。お姉さんが2人、弟も1人いますよ。Weather. いい天気ですね。Asking for directions, eating out, and then some. There's stuff in Duolingo that you can actually use. I mean, it's nice to know this is a pen. これはペンです。But that's not necessarily going to help you when you need medical attention. これはペンです。My number 4, and probably my favorite on this list, is the exercises mashup. I love that Duolingo has a great mix of exercises. Yes, there are some passive exercises, like ones where you just kind of listen to the word and then kind of touch the matching symbol or card. And as a beginner, you probably need some of that. However, there are exercises that are less passive and force you to use your brain a little bit more. And I think my personal favorite exercises in Duolingo Japanese are the ones where you have this bank of words, right? So these jumbled up words, and you have to rearrange them to make a sentence that makes sense. Oh yeah, and it's free. Now we will talk about this a little bit more later in the review, but one of the benefits, one of the biggest pros about Duolingo is that it costs you this much money to get started. You could literally download it right now, and all it would cost you is the 30 seconds that it takes for the application to download onto your phone. And you can get some amazing free practice. Again, we'll talk about this a little bit later because there is more to it, but you can't beat free practice. I think Duolingo Japanese does a lot of things right. However, there is no such thing as a perfect app. So here are the things that I don't like about Duolingo Japanese. My first con, translation tunnel vision. There are tons of different ways to express what you're trying to say in Japanese. Now granted, with Duolingo Japanese, you do get some effective sentences and translations to help you go from the English that's happening in your brain to getting it to come out in Japanese. And that's great. But that doesn't mean that it's the best way or the most natural way to say something in Japanese. So with all of these sentences, with all of these exercises, just like with a textbook, you have to take it with a grain of salt. My second con, ads. Ah yes, the bane of any app user's existence. Advertisements. Yes, you are going to see ads when you use the free version of Duolingo Japanese. And I can't say I blame Duolingo. I know these ads are probably how they make money, and they gotta feed their families too, and this app is something they created, so I get it. But that doesn't make the ad intrusion any less annoying. And my third con, limited advanced learning. Now I know this may change as Duolingo grows. And actually I was looking at an article over on The Verge, and it was talking about how Duolingo is trying to make some adjustments so it appeals a bit more to some of its advanced user base as well. But based on the version I used, it looks like the Duolingo Japanese platform really had a lack of advanced user content. No doubt Duolingo wants to hit its most common denominator, and my guess is that it's probably going to be beginners to maybe low intermediate. But if you're an advanced Japanese student, this is something to be mindful of. Duolingo works off of a freemium model, and if you're not familiar with what a freemium model is, it's just a fancy word for you having access to some things for free, but then once you pay a monthly fee or a yearly fee, then you get access to everything. And the paid version of Duolingo is called Duolingo Plus. And there are 3 different plans with Duolingo Plus. The first plan is $9.99 per month. The second plan, you pay for 6 months up front for $47.99, and that lowers your monthly cost down to $7.99. And the third plan, you pay for a full year of Duolingo Plus, and it costs $79.99, which brings your monthly cost down to $6.67 per month. And that's Duolingo Plus in a nutshell. And to be perfectly frank with you, I have never used Duolingo Plus. I've only gotten to use the free version of Duolingo. But a great thing about Duolingo Plus is that they give you a free week trial, so that way you can find out if one of those paid plans actually works for you. So if you're the kind of person that doesn't like ads and you want to unlock everything and have full access to the platform, then one of these plans makes sense. A great way to check out some of Duolingo's features is to check out the dashboard. So let's go take a look. So let's start with the buttons at the top of your Duolingo dashboard. These 4. The one on the left here allows you to choose what language you want to learn. And you have a list to choose from. You get crowns for improving your skills. This fire button shows your daily goals and tells you how long you've been on a learning streak. And this last button shows lingots, and that's the currency that you use to make in-app purchases in Duolingo here at the store. And I think the most important buttons are down here at the bottom. This, of course, is the store. The button here on the left shows you all of your lessons, and this is the one to pay most attention to. And as we scroll through, the buttons that are brightly colored are lessons that you started or completed. And the grayed out ones are the ones you haven't started yet. And the bars are checkpoints or places to test your skills. The dumbbell button lets you get some extra practice. And the smiling face at the bottom shows you all of your achievements, so these are like badges you can earn. Here are your settings and profile info. And here's a place to add friends. The next button shows the leaderboard. Some friendly competition's always nice. You can also see which Duolingo Japanese league you're competing in. And that's a summary of your dashboard features. There are 2 more features that I want to mention that aren't related to your dashboard. The first one is a placement test that you can take so you can tailor your Duolingo Japanese to suit your study needs. And the other one is this page to create a profile. And you'll want to do this so you can save your work in Duolingo Japanese. Duolingo Japanese is perfect for that person who wants to brush up on their basics or Japanese foundations in a quick and easy way. Because Duolingo has such practical lessons, I think it's really good for a person who might be traveling to Japan for the very first time. It's also perfect for Japanese language enthusiasts. And to piggyback on that, it's great for Japanese learners from the beginner level up to, I'd say, maybe low intermediate-ish. Duolingo Japanese is not for the delusional. So if you think that just by downloading an app and having it sit on your phone that you're going to magically learn Japanese through your pocket and it's going to slide into your brain via osmosis, probably not going to happen. And I'd also say that it's not for advanced students, unless you're doing some review. If we were giving Duolingo grades like the ones we got in school, A through F, I would definitely give Duolingo Japanese a B. That's kind of like me saying 4.25 out of 5 stars. And now I can fully understand why it's such a popular Japanese learning app. It's fun, it's easy to use, and it has some really useful features. And it's a great way to kind of dip your feet into Japanese if you've never done it before. Not to mention it's a great value for what you pay, or don't pay if you're using the free version. Alright guys, well let's wrap up this review for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you got some value from it. I hope that you were able to get enough insight to kind of figure out whether Duolingo Japanese is the right app for you. For those of you learning Japanese on your own, if you're looking for a community of other self-study learners just like you, please don't forget to join us at Japanese Mavericks because we'd love to have you. And I'll leave links to both Duolingo Japanese and Japanese Mavericks in the description box below. Thanks a lot for watching guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.